Hey family, I just wanted to talk today to y'all. Oh boy. Without going into too much details, because I choose not to. But I'm noticing that it doesn't matter where we are in the world. It doesn't matter where we are in the world. We still have issues with trusting each other. We still have issues of open communication with each other. We still have trust issues with each other as a people. We still want to assume that we are scamming each other. Why is that? Why is it we we can't get along as a people? It's really sad. It's really sad. Um, I'm a person that at times, don't get me wrong, I'll call myself stupid or naive, but I will give a person a chance, right? Until, as my mom used to say, you take your draws with me, all right? Or until you prove to me that you're not who you say you are, okay? Then that's when I know how to move. And that's when I know, okay, I'm cutting you off. But it's sad. It's so sad. And I don't care where you are in the world. If you in America, you in Africa, you in the Bahamas, you in Belize, wherever the case may be that you may be at, we still have this issue. And it doesn't matter where you are in the world. It really don't. If you're going to still carry that same mentality with you no matter where you are. It is really sad. It's really a shame that we as a people, and you know what I'm talking about, can't just sit down and have a simple conversation to get clarity or get understanding. Because half of the time, if you're texting, if you're emailing the person, you're not going to get complete clarity and clear clarity. You're not. If you're not speaking to each other one on one, or as they have on some of these phones, you're voice noting each other to get clarity and understanding. I can't read minds. I can't. I wish. Maybe. I don't know. I can't read your mind. So all I could do is assume. But if you pick up the phone or you send a voice note, you can get clarity and understanding from each other instead of assuming and to jump into conclusions. I hate when a person jumps to conclusions. No, that's crazy. But also, if you have a disagreement or you're upset with somebody or whatever the case may be, why can't we talk it out? Why can't we talk and have clarity? Because maybe I did something that I didn't know, or maybe you did something that you didn't know. But you won't know that until you have clarity, until you talk it out or you voice note it to one another. However, but anything besides a text or an email, I had to get this off my chest. Okay. Period. I just had to. I had to. But I'm learning every situation that you're put into is a learning lesson. And you're never too old, you're never too young to learn. And when I tell you I have learned, this is why a lot of times I'm closed off with people. It's a lot of times this is why I am. with certain people. Because in the end, all they do is hurt you. Period. And it's a shame because it's not good to be closed off because you may actually be feeling closed off to the wrong person that is not like that. But this is why. This is why. Perfect example. And oh, excuse me, sorry. There's only one person that I know, and that's my ride or die, my bestie. And when I say ride or die, I mean ride or die. Where if we have a disagreement or something like that with each other, or we gonna call, we gonna find a way or excuse to call each other and be like, hey, I didn't like what you said. Or hey, I didn't like what you said either. And we good as golden and we move on. Like, if we all could do that, we would go a whole lot far. This is why a lot of times we are behind as a people because we don't trust one another. We don't. We don't communicate like we should. We don't support one another. A lot of us don't support one another. We don't. Oh no. They might be scamming or they might be this, they might be that. I'm a person, I'm willing to give a person a chance. I will give you a chance. But when you tell your draws, that's it. That's it. Especially if I have a good feeling. I done prayed on it first. I got a good feeling about it. I don't feel no type of way. And if I do feel some type of way, or I feel, like, oh, this might be a little shady or whatever, I'm going to reach out. And I'm going to reach out in multiple ways until you communicate back to me. That's just how I am. Now, if after I have done all of that and you still don't communicate back with me, okay, no problem. Fine. I'm going to cut it off and leave it alone. And guess what? Then you're going to have to deal with the Most High after that because I'm going to leave you with the Most High. And, my mom used to say, by your fruits you will know. And it's true. A person will show you who they really are. Okay? I don't care how much they say God and Most High and all this other stuff. Don't mean a thing. If you have a mango tree, but that mango tree is growing lemons, that's a problem. That's what I mean, my mom. Anyway, by your fruits will you know. Basically, if you are not aligning with who you say you are, you're not giving the right fruits. If your fruit's supposed to be mangoes and this lemon's growing, that's a problem. Watch out, run and go the other way. Mm-mm. It's all a sham. Because, and I know, don't get me wrong, no one is perfect. I know that. But I don't like the ones who be like holier than thou. And they always talking about it. But you're not aligned. You're not truly aligned with who you say you are, or you pretend to be, or you claim to be. I don't like that. Because that's one thing about me. I'm not going to pretend to be nobody that I'm not. No, that's just too much. That's too much work. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. If I'm not sure, I'm going to say I will try. And I will support you if I'm able to. I will support what you got going on, what you're doing. But if you're not doing the right thing, you only hurt yourself. You only hurt yourself at the end of the day. But I had this on my heart. I needed to do a video. I did. Period. Period. Because I'm sick of it. It needs to be addressed. We need to talk about it. We need to talk about it. We do. But when I support you, yeah, I mean, and the communication needs to be open. It needs to be open. If I'm asking you a question or whatever the case may be, if I'm supporting you, it needs to be open. Need to be honest too about it. Because then I'm gonna know, okay, I know what not to do anymore. And it's crazy because, I'm one that's gonna always like try to share. And I'm learning now like to just kind of back up a little bit on sharing. Because not everybody appreciate you sharing. Believe it or not, they not. They don't appreciate it at all. Period. So I'm learning with that too. To be careful what I share. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely a big plus. Be careful what I share. And if I do share, you can better believe I already lined up my ducks in a row. But I'm being cautious with that. Yeah. Life lessons, experiences will teach you big time. But yeah, I don't know. Are we ever going to get it together? My people, are we? And I'm not calling no names. I'm not pointing no fingers out. I'm saying in general, period, across the board. And if you feel some type of way, then you're probably guilty. You're probably what I'm talking about. Period. Because guilty people, they know. Okay? So, and yeah, I am talking about personal situations. Yes, I am. But also as a whole, we don't. A lot of our people don't. We do not trust each other. We won't even take a chance. I will take a chance. Like I said, I will. I will. And I know probably people probably, oh, that's stupid to do that, da, 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 whatever. I feel like if I don't try to give them a chance or try, how would they succeed? You got to start somewhere. That's just like when I did my t-shirts, right? I had one customer was like, "Oh, I'm big on supporting black people, blah 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 blah." When I told her how much I charge, and it was not expensive, y'all, at all. She was like, "Oh no, that's too high, blah blah blah. I can do this and I can do that." Look, I don't mind giving you a deal. No, I don't. But as a people, we always trying to get a deal. And that ain't cool. If I'm explaining to you why I'm charging, then that should be that. Stop trying to lowball your people. Stop trying to lowball them too much. Yeah, it's okay to work out a little deal or whatever here and there. Okay, fine. To a certain extent. But certain things and, you know, certain talents and things like that, it takes money to go out and buy the materials. Plus, you got to also have your money for your profit. Because I have lowballed myself when I used to bake goods for my customers. I basically was just getting the money to turn around and spend it. I was not profiting from it. Stop lowballing your people though, for real. Like I said, it's okay. Okay, maybe you want a little, discount. Maybe your funds are down, one day. Okay, fine. But the next day you come back, you can't expect the same thing. Like, no. Because guess what? When you go into the mall, you go into Louis Vuitton, all these little name brand places, you gonna lowball them? Nope. You gonna go right up in there and spend those thousands of dollars. And you ain't gonna ask not one question about it. So stop lowballing your people like that. Like, for real. Seriously. Now, I do disagree with, how sometimes, the prices change because you're coming from America, however the case may be, or whatever the case may be. Or if you see somebody in a nice car and you just assume they got money like that. No, that's not cool. That's not cool. But when I say lowball, like, okay, Let me just do an example. Let's say, I don't know, this purse is $100. Let's just say the purse is $100. Okay, but somebody else come and you may tell them, all right, 300, just because. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, y'all. Just because of them coming from somewhere else or whatever, you want to charge them 300. It's okay to say, hey, well, okay, can you give it to me for 200? That's reasonable. Oh, don't be coming to them like, oh, well, can you give it to me for $50? No, that you lowballing them. You lowballing them. That ain't cool. That's what I mean as an example. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because the time that it takes to put into the effort, the amount of money they had to spend to buy the supplies, and they also need to have their profit. Like I told you, when I used to sell my baking goods, I was just making money to buy the supplies. I was not profiting from it. And that ain't gonna work. You be out of business quick. No. Mm-mm. But anyway, this is just my opinion. You don't have to do none of this. This is just how I feel, my opinion, or whatever. Um, I had to vent. I just had to vent. I just had to. All right, family. So I'll catch y'all on another video. Been on here for 16 minutes. I need to go. Peace.